Welcome to our channel. Collectors across the country are on the hunt for these rare gems, Roosevelt dimes that went from pocket change to prized possessions. Today, we're shining the spotlight on the most sought-after examples ever minted in U.S. history. You won't believe how much some of these tiny coins are worth. You won't believe how much a single dime can be worth. Today, we're kicking off with one of the most valuable and rare Roosevelt dimes ever made, the 1960 Roosevelt dime. This isn't just any dime you find in your pocket, this coin is a numismatic jackpot hiding in plain sight. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who's curious about coins, the story behind this dime is one you don't want to miss. Let's take a step back and understand why this coin even exists. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946, just after World War II, as a tribute to President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Roosevelt was a towering figure in American history, leading the country through the Great Depression and the Second World War. But his legacy wasn't just political, it was deeply personal. Roosevelt battled polio, which left him physically disabled, and he dedicated much of his later life to raising awareness and funding for polio research. That's how the March of Dimes charity got its name, and why the dime became a symbol of hope and resilience. The design of the dime itself was created by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time. His goal was to capture Roosevelt's strength and compassion in the small metal coin. The obverse shows Roosevelt's profile, sharp and dignified, while the reverse features a torch, symbolizing liberty, flanked by olive and oak branches, representing peace and strength. It's a design that has stood the test of time, remaining largely unchanged for decades. Now, fast forward to 1960. The world was changing rapidly, the Cold War was heating up, the space race was in its infancy, and civil rights movements were gaining momentum. Amidst this backdrop, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Roosevelt dimes, including the 1960 series. But what makes the 1960 Roosevelt dime special isn't the political context or the design, it's the rarity and the unique minting errors that make certain 1960 dimes incredibly valuable. In 1960, dimes were minted at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia dimes were produced without any mint mark, Denver coins carried a D, and San Francisco coins carried an S. The vast majority of dimes were minted in Philadelphia, making those coins relatively common. But the Denver and San Francisco mints produced far fewer dimes, which already makes those coins more scarce. However, the real magic of the 1960 Roosevelt dime lies in its minting anomalies. During the production process, coins are struck with dies, metal stamps that imprint the design onto blank coin planchets. Sometimes, these dies can misalign or double-strike the coin, leading to what collectors call double die errors. These errors cause certain letters, numbers, or design elements to appear doubled or blurred. The 1960 Roosevelt dime is known to have several double die varieties. The most famous is the double die obverse, where the word liberty, the date, 1960, and even Roosevelt's profile show signs of doubling. This error is subtle, but once you know what to look for, it's unmistakable. It's like finding a secret fingerprint on a coin, a minting glitch that only a lucky few coins have. What makes these double die dimes so special is their rarity. Only a small percentage of 1960 dimes have this error. The mint wasn't trying to produce these, they were mistakes, overlooked in the hustle and bustle of mass coin production. But collectors treasure these errors because they tell a story of human imperfection and the uniqueness of each coin. Beyond double dies, the 1960 dime also has other rarities. Some coins feature die cracks, tiny raised lines caused by cracks in the metal die itself. Others have weak strikes or off-center designs. These anomalies aren't just flaws, they are characteristics that set some coins apart from the millions that rolled off the presses. Another important factor is the coin's condition, or grade. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with mint state meaning the coin looks almost exactly like it did the day it was made. For error coins like the 1960 dime, condition is everything. A double die dime in poor condition might be worth a few $100, but one in pristine mint state condition. That's where the price explodes. Professional coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC have certified some of these rare 1960 Roosevelt dimes in mint state, 65 and higher grades, extremely high marks that indicate near-perfect preservation. These certified coins are the cream of the crop, and collectors compete fiercely to own them. Now, you might be wondering, how rare is rare when it comes to the 1960 Roosevelt dime? Out of millions minted, only a tiny fraction carry these errors and survive in high grades. The exact number is hard to pin down, but we're talking about maybe a few hundred coins worldwide that check all the boxes: 1960 date, error variety, and excellent condition. And here comes the moment you've been waiting for: the value. While many dimes from the 1960s are worth only a few dollars or even just their face value, the 1960 Roosevelt dime with these rare errors can command prices that sound unbelievable. At recent auctions and private sales, pristine double-die 1960 Roosevelt dimes have sold for upwards of $118,000. Yes, you heard that right, more than $100,000 for a single dime. Now let's move on to the second coin in today's lineup, the fascinating 1990 D1 dime error. On the surface, it might look like just a regular dime you could find anywhere, but this small coin carries an extraordinary secret that sets it apart from millions of others minted that year. For collectors and enthusiasts, it's a rare gem that holds a story of a unique mistake during its creation and a value that most people would never imagine. The 1990 Roosevelt dime was produced at multiple U.S. mint locations, with the Denver Mint being one of the main facilities responsible for striking coins that year. Coins from Denver carry a D mint mark, usually a small but clear letter placed on the coin's surface to indicate its origin. The mint mark is an essential detail for collectors because it helps determine rarity and variations between coins. However, the 1990 D1 dime error features something unusual: a tiny 1 stamped right before the familiar D mint mark, forming what collectors call the 1D mint mark error. This error didn't happen by accident in a random way, it's the result of the intricate and complex process involved in preparing mint dies. To understand how this error came to be, it's helpful to know a bit about how coins are made. First, the mint creates steel dies engraved with the coin's design, including the president's portrait, lettering, date, and mint mark. The mint mark is not just stamped on every coin directly, instead, it's often punched onto the die itself before the coin is struck. During this process, sometimes errors occur: dies get repunched, punches slip, or extra marks get accidentally added. In the case of the 1990 D1 dime, it appears that an extra 1 was mistakenly punched or stamped onto the die just before the D mint mark. This resulted in coins coming off the press with the strange 1D mint mark instead of the usual D. The exact reason why this 1 was added is debated among experts, but most agree it was an unintentional error during the die preparation stage, making it an incredibly rare minting anomaly. Such errors are extremely unusual and fascinating because they aren't supposed to happen in the highly controlled environment of the U.S. Mint. Every coin is produced in the millions with precision and consistency, but even with the most advanced machinery and quality controls, mistakes slip through, turning ordinary coins into extraordinary collectibles. What really elevates the 1990 D1 dime error beyond just being a curiosity is how rare it is. While millions of 1990 dimes were minted, only a tiny fraction bear this mysterious 1D mint mark. Furthermore, not all error coins survive the rigors of circulation or storage, especially in good condition. This scarcity means that finding a 1990 D1 dime with the mint mark error and in solid condition is a true treasure hunt. Collectors prize these coins not only for the rarity but also for the story behind them, a glimpse into the minting process and the tiny, unexpected imperfections that make each coin unique. It's a reminder that no matter how standardized mass production might be, little surprises can and do happen. Speaking of condition, it's important to understand that the coin's state of preservation plays a huge role in its desirability. Coins are graded on a detailed scale by experts who evaluate their wear, luster, surface marks, and overall eye appeal. The grades range from heavily circulated coins that are worn and scratched, to a mint state, coins that look as if they just left the mint yesterday. For error coins like the 1990 D1 dime, the grade can make a massive difference in value. A crisp 1990 D1 dime error with a sharp 1D mint mark, no scratches, and full original shine is highly coveted. These coins become the crown jewels in collections and draw the attention of serious collectors willing to pay top dollar for such rare finds. Conversely, a coin with the same error but heavy wear and damage might still be collectible but won't command nearly the same premium. Now, how can you spot the 1D mint mark error if you have a 1990 dime in your collection or change? The key is to closely examine the mint mark area, located to the right of Roosevelt's neck on the obverse side. Using a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe with 10x magnification is often necessary. Look carefully for a tiny number, 1, positioned immediately before the D. It might appear faint or partially doubled, but it's definitely there if the coin has this error. For many collectors, identifying this subtle mark is like solving a puzzle. It takes patience and practice, but the reward is worth it. Sometimes, coins with this error get overlooked or misidentified, so having a trained eye or expert verification is important. Speaking of verification, professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC often certify error coins like this one, providing authentication and an official grade that assures buyers and sellers of the coin's condition and authenticity. A certified 1990 D1 dime error in high grade can attract considerable interest within the coin collecting community and increase its market appeal. Over the years, several collectors have come forward with verified examples of this rare error coin. Stories of finding these coins in unexpected places, in old collections, coin rolls, or even loose change, add an element of excitement and mystery to the hunt. Each find renews interest and drives demand, making this coin an enduring favorite. And now for the moment you've been waiting for, the 1990 D1 dime error, especially in top condition and certified by experts, can reach an astonishing value of up to $64,000. Next up, we're diving into a dime that at first glance might seem unremarkable, the 2004 P. Roosevelt dime. But trust me, this small coin holds a secret that has collectors buzzing. What makes this dime special? It's all about a rare and fascinating error that happened during the minting process, turning what could have been an ordinary coin into a prized collector's piece. Back in 2004, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of Roosevelt dimes, coins that many of us have seen and used countless times. The design itself, featuring President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the front and the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the back, is a familiar sight. It's a design that's been around since 1946, honoring Roosevelt's legacy and symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Most of these dimes rolled out without issue, but hidden among the millions was a tiny batch that carries a remarkable flaw, the double die error on the obverse side. This error doesn't shout out loud. In fact, it's subtle, requiring a careful eye or magnification to uncover. The doubling effect can be seen in parts of the coin's design, particularly in the date, 2004, the word, liberty, and sometimes the phrase, in God we trust. What happens is that the coin's die, the metal stamp used to strike the coin, was slightly misaligned or struck twice in a way that caused parts of the design to appear doubled. Imagine seeing a shadow or a faint echo of the letters and numbers, like a ghostly twin etched alongside the original. So why does this matter? Double die errors are among the most exciting kinds of mint mistakes because they offer a glimpse into the production process and show how even the most carefully controlled systems can have hiccups. In the case of the 2004 P dime, the double die is rare. Only a very small number of these error coins were produced before the mint caught the problem and corrected the dies. What sets this coin apart is the fact that despite the millions of dimes minted that year, very few exhibit this doubling, making it a sought-after rarity in the coin collecting world. Collectors who specialize in mint errors prize these coins because they represent a unique chapter in the history of U.S. coinage, a reminder that perfection is sometimes interrupted by fascinating flaws. Now, condition plays a huge role here. A 2004 P double die dime in excellent condition, with crisp details and clear doubling, is especially valuable. The better the coin's surface, meaning minimal scratches, wear, or discoloration, the more collectors are willing to pay. Coins with well-defined doubling and a shiny, well-preserved surface stand out in auctions and private sales, commanding higher prices. For those interested in hunting for this dime, the key to spotting the double die error lies in the obverse, the front side. Using a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe with at least 10x magnification is essential. Focus your attention on the date, 2004, just above Roosevelt's shoulder. Look for any signs of the numbers having a slight shadow or appearing twice. Next, check the word Liberty at the top left of the coin and In God We Trust along the left edge for similar doubling effects. The doubling isn't always dramatic, so it requires patience and a keen eye. Professional graders and authenticators play a crucial role in confirming these errors. Services like PCGS and NGC carefully examine the coins to verify the presence of doubling and assign a grade that reflects the coin's condition. A high-grade certified 2004 P double die dime is the holy grail for many collectors and can draw intense bidding activity. Over the years, collectors have shared stories of finding these coins in change or old collections, sometimes completely by accident. Imagine discovering a dime in your pocket or a roll of coins that turns out to be worth tens of thousands of dollars, a thrilling surprise that fuels the excitement of coin collecting. In fact, the discovery of such coins often ignites a wave of renewed interest among collectors, sparking searches and investigations into other coins from the same year and mint. This ripple effect keeps the story of the 2004 P double die dime alive and growing within the numismatic community. The double die error also opens up discussions about the mint's quality control measures and how such an error managed to slip through, despite rigorous inspections. This adds an extra layer of intrigue and makes the coin not just a collectible but a piece of minting history. Collectors often compete fiercely to get their hands on these dimes, knowing that their rarity and condition can make them a cornerstone of any error coin collection. Their excitement keeps this coin in high demand, making it a highly prized find. So, when it comes to value, this unique 2004 P Roosevelt dime with the double die error has been known to reach prices as high as $44,000 in pristine condition. $44,000, a staggering sum that shows how a small minting imperfection can turn a humble dime into a remarkable treasure. This remarkable price reflects not only the coin's rarity and unique error but also the passion and demand in the collector community. It's proof that even the smallest, seemingly ordinary coins can hold incredible stories and extraordinary value when you look closely enough. So next time you're handling dimes, don't just see them as loose change. Look deeper, your next discovery could be a rare treasure hiding in plain sight. Moving on to a dime that might surprise many collectors, the 2013 D Roosevelt dime. On the surface, it looks like just another dime from the Denver Mint, but hidden in plain sight is a rare feature that has made this coin one of the most talked about in recent years. The 2013 D dime carries a minting error that sets it apart from the millions of other dimes produced that year. This particular coin is known for a striking doubling effect, but unlike typical double die errors, this one is more subtle and often goes unnoticed unless carefully examined. The doubling appears around the date and some of the lettering on the obverse, creating a slightly blurred or shadowed look that's unlike anything else from that mint year. What makes this error so fascinating is how it managed to slip through quality control at the Denver Mint, a facility known for its high standards. This anomaly suggests a rare moment when the die shifted or was misaligned just enough to leave its mark without being caught. The 2013 D dime's doubling isn't flashy, but it's definitely enough to catch the attention of seasoned collectors. Unlike other more dramatic minting errors that scream for attention, this coin's rarity comes from its subtlety. It's a quiet secret that only those who know exactly what to look for can find, making it a true gem for error coin enthusiasts. Collectors who specialize in modern mint errors are particularly drawn to this dime. The combination of its recent production date and its scarce double die feature makes it a highly desirable addition to any collection. Plus, because it's a modern coin, its condition can often be near flawless, which only adds to its appeal and value. If you want to identify this coin yourself, it's best to closely inspect the date and lettering on the front of the dime using a magnifying tool. Look carefully for faint doubling or a soft shadow effect, especially around the numbers and letters. This subtle difference is the hallmark of the 2013 D double die dime. Over time, interest in this coin has grown steadily. Its quiet rarity and the mystery surrounding how it escaped detection have made it a hot topic among numismatists, who eagerly seek out specimens in top condition. Many collectors have reported finding these coins in circulation or within rolls, turning everyday change into a treasure hunt. The 2013 D dime also highlights how modern coin production, despite its technological advances, is still susceptible to human and mechanical errors. These errors offer a fascinating glimpse into the minting process and remind us that imperfections can add extraordinary value. From a historical perspective, the Roosevelt dime has been a staple of U.S. coinage for decades, representing not only the legacy of a beloved president but also the ongoing evolution of mint technology. The 2013 D-era coin adds an exciting chapter to this story, showing that even modern coins can hold surprises that captivate collectors worldwide. For collectors, the appeal of this coin goes beyond just rarity. It's about owning a piece that tells a unique story, one of production quirks, quality control oversights, and the thrill of discovery. This dime embodies the passion and dedication of era coin collectors who scour rolls and collections, always searching for that elusive piece. In fact, the discovery of such errors often sparks a ripple effect within the numismatic community, inspiring collectors to re-examine coins from the same year or mint with fresh eyes. This ongoing intrigue helps maintain the coin's popularity and demand. With the rise of online marketplaces and coin forums, more collectors than ever share their finds, creating a vibrant network of enthusiasts eager to trade and acquire these rare pieces. This dynamic has helped push the coin's recognition to new heights. Many who own a 2013 D double die dime treat it like a prized family heirloom, knowing that it represents not just monetary value but a fascinating story of chance and rarity. Proper storage and handling are essential to maintain its condition and value over time. Collectors often use protective holders and submit their coins to professional grading services to ensure authenticity and preserve quality, knowing that even minor wear can significantly impact the dime's market appeal. So, when you next handle a 2013 dime from Denver, take a moment to study it closely. That tiny doubling could make the difference between an everyday coin and a numismatic treasure. And here's the final takeaway: this subtle yet incredibly rare 2013 D Roosevelt dime with the double die error has been known to reach prices up to $24,000 when in top condition. $24,000, a staggering testament to the powerful allure of mint errors. This remarkable value reflects not only the coin's rarity and error but also the passionate collector community that cherishes these fascinating anomalies. It's a striking reminder that sometimes, the smallest details can unlock the greatest treasures. Thank you so much for watching and joining me on this exciting journey through some of the rarest and most valuable dimes out there. If you enjoyed this video and want to discover more incredible coin stories and hidden treasures, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support means the world to me and helps keep this channel growing, bringing you the best and most fascinating numismatic content. If you have any questions or want to share your own coin finds, drop a comment below. I love hearing from fellow collectors. Thanks again for being here, and until next time, keep looking closely. You never know what rare gem might be hiding in your pocket change.